What's going on, everybody? It's Irish Shadow. Welcome back to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This is online session 3, pretty much recorded 2 days after session 2. And I feel like I did a lot better in this session. I didn't really switch characters a lot. Pretty much stuck with Shadow, and for the most part started off with the Royal Chariot, which is essentially Blaze's car. The gear I didn't change so much, except for this first match. I used I believe a Speed Tuner 2, the Boost Tuner 2, the Air Trick Bounty, a Collision Boost, and the Starting Bounty Boost. I pretty much just wanted anything that would allow me to get as many rings as possible and boost as much as possible. This first race was okay. I placed 4th in this first race, and it's all right. It's not really about always coming in first. Like, I'm trying to grind a lot of Dompa tickets, and I'm trying to use online for doing so. But even then, it still takes a fair bit of time, and this is probably going to be the last online session I do, because I want to actually go back and start finishing the cups with the non-Sonic related characters. But I am noticing that one of the major problems with the collision boost is that sometimes, depending on which character and car combination you are running into, can cause you to bounce sideways a little too much, which will result in you hitting a wall instead of boosting forward and losing rings, which kind of negates the whole purpose of using the collision boost. But some of these I actually managed to get into first, hold position for quite a period of time, but then, you know, with most online games, as you've seen in the other 2 sessions that I've done, it's always easier to get into first place. It's not easy at all to hold the position of first place for a long period of time. I mean, unless you're hacking or whatever. But yeah, I have yet to actually encounter any hacking, or at least noticeable hacking, like 100% guaranteed hacking. But it's okay as long as I don't see it. But I do run into, like, a lot of the monster truck stuff does get pretty apparent, but it's always the same thing. The further you are behind, the more, like, monster trucks, bomb wisps are another huge problem. The occasional magnet and the drill wisps seem to have a common occurrence in a lot of my gameplays, but it's alright. A 4th place win is still pretty good. I'm just trying to get my my letter rank up a little further too. Just trying to get my letter rank up. But from this point on, I switch to the Neolitron, and I go back in to get some more races done, and I actually end up getting a connection error, which lasted for about an hour. So I basically had to stop this for an hour. Like one race in, I already had to stop for an hour and diagnose a problem with my internet, and then an hour later I'm back at it. I kind of switched up the gadgets a little bit, so I have the air trick bounty, the boost panel bounty, combo bounty, and I stuck with the collision boost and the starting boost bounty, and I kind of get better results with the Neolitron than I did with the Royal Chariot. Let's go. Because I think I got a majority of my placements in these races were like a couple second places. I think I got like 2 first places, and then like right around the time when I was about to end the session anyway, started getting like 11ths and 12s. And at that point in time, I was just pretty much spent on the whole thing anyway, so didn't really bother me that I got a lot of those low ranks. But I don't know, at this point in time I'm just waiting for like the next festival to start. Don't know when that's going to be, but my guess, it's like it's pretty much like February 1st when I recorded this session. So yeah, this Pac-Man village, I'm getting a little bit better with the maze part. Like for the longest time, every time I would enter the maze, like my eyes don't adjust to the difference in like what the path actually is, and then the section, because you can kind of see like there's a little side gravel area which kind of does slow you down, not as much as like going over dirt or grass, but it does kind of slow you down. But I'm getting a little bit better at being able to decipher, you know, which way Pac-Man's going to go, because there are indicators like arrows in the background which will indicate which way he's going to turn, so you can like preemptively attest for it. But there are times when you can actually get one of the ghosts to show up in the maze, and it's just a massive fucking blockade. Really set you off. Sometimes that corner kind of gives me a little bit of trouble too, but I'm still trying to work on the best way to maximize speed for a lot of these corners. Getting hit by the trucks again right when you're about to boost is infuriating to me. I can't handle that. But yeah, so we got one more time through the maze. I think I handle it a little bit better than previously, and I actually got the 100 ring bonus there, so that's pretty good. So you can see the arrows are pointing which way he's gonna go, so you can just kind of like preemptively like guess. And this is the way I should be taking these corners all the time in the maze, but still not good enough to get first place, so I will essentially take a loss to a ghost in a sandwich. So that's fine. I'll take a loss to a ghost in a sandwich. Of course. But yeah, second place. Not bad. Not bad. I think this is where I actually become a C+. Yeah. Rank up to C+. And get your new gadget, which is a slow starter. I don't know exactly what that does. I should probably look into some of that. But this race right here, I kind of like switched up. It's the same Neolitron, it's just like colored differently. And I actually get first place on this race, which is, I'm kind of impressed by it because I believe we get the museum for this race, and I don't usually do too well on the museum. But with this combination of Shadow and the Neolitron, I actually decided to stick with it for the entire session, and I didn't do too bad until like the end of the session, where I was kind of like burning out because it was around like 2 o'clock in the morning while I was recording this, and at that point in time I was just spent. And right off the bat, a whole bunch of Dark Chow. I don't know how that happens. I think that's somebody's like starting gadget. But right off the bat, it's just pummeled by everybody. Like before the first major turn, just pummeled by everybody. Didn't end up in last place, surprisingly. But then some of these guys are just hoarding their fucking wisp bombs. And yeah, like that shot right there was, I have to give it to whoever threw that. I think that was the character who's playing Knights, because he pretty much out-kited me pretty good. And now you got the monster truck problem coming up, and we got this stage again. And there's one section here where like I think I defied gravity for like a split second, and it kind of like creeped me out a little bit. Right around this turn somewhere. No. Okay, I might be mistaken. But there's like a section where I completely wasted that bomb, because I forget that when you're flying, using items is pretty much like a free throw, so you're not actually like firing it straight, you're firing it wherever you are looking, whereas opposed to when you're just driving, it's obviously going to go straight ahead, regardless of which direction you're facing. It's always going to go straight ahead from that direction. When you're flying, you can pretty much fire it like straight up or straight down. Fucking T-Rex bites me. And then right here, I forget that there is a 100 ring thing there. I gotta remember that a little bit more. I do find myself boosting a lot in the air now. Sometimes. And right here, managed to grab the special block, which essentially just gives me a shield. A shield is not necessarily what you need in third place, but if you can grab one, keep it until you are in first place, you're pretty much unstoppable. And everyone is way back there. So first place victory in the museum. It's not bad. It's not bad. I need more like that if I really want to get this letter grade up. And the 20 Donpa tickets is not a bad prize either. considering you need 1,000,000 of them to get everything. Ugh. So again, in this race, I came in 4th. But that's pretty much like the average, because like regardless of like how many times I've come first in a online match, there's always like 5 or 6 instances where I am like the lower tier placements. So it pretty much averages out to still around like an average of between 4th place and like 6th place. So I'm not necessarily getting worse at the game, but I'm not really getting better either. And now we got Ocean View. Ocean View, sometimes I can handle it, sometimes I just cannot. I think this is one of the times where I couldn't really handle it, because some of these people are just, I don't know. It's actually taken a while for the other players to load in, so I don't really know what's going on with that. It's like sometimes it's really quick and sometimes it just takes like forever. And like 2 monster trucks right off the fucking bat. So I don't know why people like waste space on their cards putting a monster truck, because it takes up like a full bar, like 3 slots of the 6 that you would have. I mean, if your card is like fully upgraded, you get 6 slots for gadgets. Starting off with a monster truck takes up 3 of those 6 slots. So I don't really understand why people do that. It kind of botched that right there. But at the same time, it is actually quicker to go under than over that section. So that's like another thing that I'm gonna probably stop doing, is going up and trying to drop down, because the amount of time that you spend on the incline going up that section is more time wasted than just driving underneath, because it's straight drive through underneath, and going up is an incline. Yes, there's a boost up there, but that boost is not necessarily going to make up for the lost time, that the time you would lose just driving completely underneath it. So I don't know. And right there, smacked tails with the bomb wisp. I usually try to like let the bomb wisp grow to like its more devastating size, but you know, there's just sometimes when there's like a person you want out of your way, and it's best to just like try. It's harder to hit people with a smaller bomb wisp than it is to hit them with like an upgraded bomb wisp. But then, I mean, I understand if you can let the bomb wisp grow to its full size before you use it, it's more devastating. And I went up again when I really should not have. And yeah, screwed right at the end. That's okay. 4th place. It's not bad, but like I feel like I could have done better. Definitely no longer gonna be going up that section. Good. And we're just under halfway to a B- rank. So came second in this race. I'm actually finding that I believe this one, I wanted white space, but I think we got the water palace.
Hey.
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference. Like, I think that they should try to, I don't know, at this point I think we need like more stages, and I know that there's going to be more stages coming because there's one cup, at least one cup, that is not available yet because there are apparently 3 stages that are going to be tied to DLC characters that are coming soon. I have a feeling that, like, I think one of the stages has to be like Mega Man themed, right? Because I know Mega Man is confirmed for this game. He's just not far enough along where he can actually be in the game with a scheduled release date. And then I also hear that like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are supposed to be like playable racers, and like they say that's confirmed, but at the same time, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is like a DC owned property, so I don't know how much like weight I put on that, but like, yeah, SpongeBob is owned by like Nickelodeon or whoever the fuck owns SpongeBob, and then Minecraft is obviously owned by Microsoft at this point. But like, there's a difference between like Microsoft and, you know, something like DC, or actually Warner Brothers pretty much owns all of that. So there's going to be like big changes coming to Warner Brothers by the end of this year, because pretty much all of Warner Brothers properties, everything from like the DC comics, the complete DC like comics, everything from like Harry Potter to Looney Tunes, Lord of the Rings, pretty much everything from Stephen King movies, all going to be owned by Netflix by like the end of the year. I mean, if it's 100% true, like I know that the deal is in progress, but not necessarily sure. Like, it was what a solid like 2 years when I found out that like Disney was buying 20th Century Fox. Like, it was announced a year before like the deal was actually settled, but then we also heard about it like a year before it was announced that they were buying 20th Century Fox. Or I think it was like 20th Century Fox announced that they're like for sale, like potential buyers can like bid on them. So it's gonna be like kind of the same thing. So I don't know if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is actually like confirmed for this game. I don't really see how they fit in, but at the same time I don't see how SpongeBob fits in, but he's here. I do remember one of these Sonic games actually had like Banjo and Kazooie as like a guest character, which I think was like exclusive to the Xbox or something. But anyway, this race was bad. I got 8th place in this race. And I was trying to avoid the Minecraft world, because like sometimes, depending on like the character car combination that I am going with, I will either be okay on Minecraft or I will be completely destroyed on Minecraft. And this, I believe, was one of the times when I got destroyed on Minecraft. Oh no, we go to Dompa Factory, that's why. That's why I get destroyed, because I always get destroyed on Dompa Factory. I must be... Oh no, I'm thinking about one of the later races. Yeah. Okay. Spoiler alert. Okay, so... I don't really remember what happened. I think this was a mix of getting pummeled by too many people. This might be like one of the downsides of the collision boost, I think, because every time I hit somebody I would like run into a wall, try to drift perfectly, and then would hit somebody and then like fly into a wall. That side path there, I don't even try to take it anymore, and I don't think a lot of people do either, because I can't really tell. It seems like sometimes when they have like a branching path, there's always like a slim chance that it could be faster, and then it seems like maybe the side path is just a ploy put in by Sonic Team to be like, yeah, it's a quick path, and then you find out like it's actually not quicker at all. It's quicker to stay on the main path. I don't really know. Trying to fly here, and then started with the air boosting, and then I remembered why I chose not to air boost, because it is very unattentive. You could boost up, like you could drift as much as you want, and I'm never sure which direction I'm going to be boosting in, and sometimes I will end up boosting upward, I might boost downward, I might boost to the left or the right. Pretty much 90% of the time it's like the opposite direction of where I do want to boost. And I don't know why Sonic wasn't affected by that, which he really should have been, but I don't know. Hitting the bumpers is not... Bumpers? I think those are like the polishers that you would like go through the car wash. Something like that. Getting a boom boom of my own to no avail, because couldn't really capitalize. But yeah, 8th place.
Embarrassing.
So I think like that was the main problem, because I was holding first for quite a bit during the Halaska section. Just couldn't keep it. Couldn't keep it at all. And I barely get any points. That's the most aggravating part about it. But we can go from an agonizing defeat to a triumphant win again, because I do manage to get first place in this race. And trying to avoid Mystic Jungle as much as possible, the water sections really throw me for a loop 90% of the time. Don't like the water sections. And I was really adamant on trying to keep the same gadget placements, or the same gadget loadout, as much as I really did kind of want to change the collision boost to something else. But in an online game, if you are surrounded by a whole bunch of people, it can be beneficial to get a boost every time you collide with someone, but at the same time it could be beneficial to not bang into to not get a boost, so you don't like slam into walls. Okay, so right off the bat, I've gotta try to keep these corners, but Metal Sonic is just right on me the entire time. And the thing about Omo Chow, I don't know for sure, but I think that other people can benefit from those rings as well. Because it seemed like there's been times when I've activated Omo Chow, and it seems like the people around me have been collecting those rings as well. And there's also been times when I've been able to seemingly collect rings from other people's Omo Chows. So I don't know if that's like a thing. But we have this fucking stage again as a this Crossworlds stage again. I don't know why this stage keeps coming up. Like, it's one of the okay stages. Unless you can, like, avoid those bombs better than I can. You might do a little bit better, but still not out. I'm still not out. That's what you gotta kind of do to get around that corner a little bit better, is just take it, like, really wide. And then try to, like, boost bomb out and get completely smoked by a friggin' monster truck. Just to have another monster truck in front of you. I fucking hate the amount of monster trucks you get at the lower end of the race, because it can really screw you up. It's good if you get the monster truck, obviously, but if you don't get the monster truck, and then you're just like a victim of like 7 monster trucks around you. Because I think they're more accessible if you are pretty much in like 7th or lower. And because of that, King Wisp was the reason I got first place. I used it at the exact right time with very little error, not completely without error, because I did run into the other side of the wall, but I was able to cut the grass without hitting any of the pillars, and pretty much getting right back at Metal Sonic for all that bumping. But we actually managed to hit the B- rank, and we get the Ice Aura, which has little ice particles around your car. It's okay. So, another crushing defeat. 6th place on this one. This is right around the time when I was like starting to get tired. So, just trying to do the best I can with what energy I have after a day's work. And I remember one of these guys, I think it's the Steve. One of these guys was just like, no, I think it was the Joker. The Joker. I think the Joker was just like completely untouchable this entire race. But then again, I wasn't able to get far enough ahead to actually see. But this Metal Sonic has been, or this AI Metal Sonic has been in a majority of the races that I've had in this session. Not sure what the player's name is. I think it's like Kwai or something. But me and him pretty much have been like the two consistents in a lot of these races. think it might actually be this sage that wins the race. And then right here, everyone just completely shits. And it's pretty much to the point where I don't know. It seems like this could be the reason as to why they have certain gadgets that allow you to get more than 100 rings, just so that, like, if you do get hit, because I think when you have 100 rings and you get hit, especially by like an item or something, you instantly lose 50 rings. So I think that's like the reason as to why you'd want to have more than 100 rings, just so like if you get hit, you'd still lose like 50 rings, but if you have like 120 rings, you're still pretty okay. Yeah, it's that Metal Sonic right there. Me and him pretty much go back and forth through like a bunch of these races. But right around here somewhere is where I get completely taken out of the race altogether.
Maximum power.
I don't know. It's just sometimes I just can't hold a lot of these. Yes, right here I get cut and then just passed by like everyone. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Yeah, it kind of sucks. But hey, I'm the #1 ring collector. Yay. Whatever the fuck that means. And I got like 8 points added to my score. So that's going to do a whole lot to get me to 720. But let's do even worse, shall we? Why not? Let's do even worse. So we're going to go into 11th place in this one. My God. I don't even remember what happened in this section. I just remember that it is a pretty bad race. Yeah, see, that same Metal Sonic is here again. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally block this character because he didn't really do anything.
Farewell.
But yeah, Koi is here. Koi is his name. I believe he's a PC player. And the white space. Yes. So oh yes. Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Yeah. So I was kind of doing okay in this match until one section where, like, right near the end of the race, on the final lap, I mistakenly fell off the track. Fell off the track right at the last second. There is a section in this map where, like, after the doom screen happens, you have to go. There's a part where you fly pretty much from this section, and then you go through like a top section pretty much where, like, the race will end. but there is a section that is kind of like wall-less, and during a Grand Prix there is a section like in that part where you actually have to leave the track and then drive across two small platforms that are pretty much like suspended in midair to grab one of the red rings for that stage. Well, it's that section that I actually end up falling off. Wasn't trying to use it as a as like a time saver or anything, but it is essentially what costed me a better placement in this race. I don't necessarily think I was going for like in the running for like first place, but yeah, it just wasn't good. But right now, like the Sage was pretty much dominating. So right here in this section is the flying stage. Didn't even go for the 100 rings, but it wouldn't have mattered. So I managed to avoid the boom boom, apparently, somehow. Got a shield, got a little too close to this edge, and just ended up falling off, going from 6th to 9th to 10th to 11th to 12th. But I was able to escape with an 11th place. Very bad place to fall off the map. That was really bad. But yeah, Koi still here, and I got my like 2 points for coming in 11th. But when you don't think you can do any worse, I get 12th place in this race. And this race actually takes place on the Minecraft map. And I despise the Minecraft map sometimes. Like I said, it usually depends on the character I'm playing as, the car that I have them in. I just don't know. But yeah, we're going to the Minecraft world where I am pretty much going to get destroyed, and I'm 95% sure that this was the reason why I like ended the session, because after coming in 11th, coming in 12th, I think I have like one more race where I do all right, but at that point in time, I'm like pretty much over like doing online races for a bit, and I do plan to actually go back to like character specific cup runs, because I still got to get the mirror cup done, and pretty much out of Sonic characters to play as. I mean, I could do a run as like Super Sonic against a fully upgraded rival. I don't know. Maybe that'll be like the next. Yeah, I think that'll be like the next Sonic Racing Crossworlds video I do. It'll be like Super Sonic in a reverse cup against a fully maxed out rival of randomness. I don't know. But yeah, this race didn't go very well for me. It's just, I don't know, a mix of being like tired and like just wanting to go to sleep, but wanting to have like some excitement. Couldn't even get to like a flight, the flight path during that, and then just running into walls. You could tell by the gameplay that I'm pretty much over it at this point in time. But then I'm like the kind of person who just like doesn't want to end on like a bad streak, so it's like, let's just do like one more and then see how it works there. And I think the very last race I did was like after this, and I think I did a little bit better than 12. I know for a fact I did better than 12. I think I did like 4th place or something. But yeah, this wasn't, the session wasn't too bad. Didn't get locked in any like legend. I don't even think I played against any legend characters, which is really weird because, you know, the saying is absolutely true. The freaks do come out at night, and usually at night is when you, like, the hardcore characters or hardcore players do come out. But yeah, just completely shit on the entire race. Not good. I got my 1 point. My 1 point. See that shit? See how that bar rose? But I wanted to end on a mid note because I wasn't going to end on a high note. Pretty much knew that. I didn't want to end on a low note. So I was like, okay, we'll just do one more. And trying to go for Radical Highway. So I just wanted to end on a mid note. Ended up getting, I think it was 4th place on this one. Not entirely sure. But I don't know, I think I'm just ready for more characters. Because, like, there has to be more characters. Because it seems like, from what they want to release in terms of DLC for this game, it looks like they want to have at least like 1 or 2 characters released every month. And considering at this point they're only 2 months into the new year, it seems like if they want this game to last for like the entire year, they either have to release a lot of characters or really space out the amount of time in between DLC characters. Because like right now they have 3 characters that are semi ready to go, and by semi ready to go I mean like they're actually viewable in the game currently. They're just not available, and they do have set release dates, which apparently are all in February, sometime this month. But I don't know. It's like if you are gonna have Mega Man in the game, like what is he like your March DLC? Are the Ninja Turtles like absolutely confirmed? Are they your like end of March DLC? And then like who else do you have? By the way, we have this fucking stage again, and I get completely boosted out. Right here, yeah, that was the one. Kind of like, I don't know what that was. That was like a drifted off, but then used like a trick to get back on the track flawlessly. like utterly flawlessly. I don't know. But then boom boom. Yeah, he's an asshole. Pretty much cements me into fourth place. Get hit by a monster truck. But yeah, that was pretty much where I called it for the night, because I was exhausted. Didn't have much energy going into the session, and then a lot of the fuckery of the session, like that fucking bomb was just like the icing on the shit cake. Did manage to get this grind rail pretty good though. Didn't really do anything, but the drill wisp works pretty well for the most part. Yeah, slammed at the end, got cut, almost got ran over by a fucking monster truck. That puts me in 4th place, ending this session. So I guess next time we come back, we'll be playing as Supersonic against a fully maxed out rival in a mirror cup. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Irish Shadow, and I will see you guys later.